Have you ever felt bloated, sluggish, or foggy-headed after what seemed like a perfectly healthy meal? You might be surprised to learn that the culprit isn't necessarily what you're eating, but how you're combining your foods. Today, we're uncovering something that millions of people do every single day without realizing the hidden damage it may be causing to their gut health, their energy levels, and even their long-term vitality. Yogurt has long been celebrated as one of nature's most powerful probiotic foods. It's packed with beneficial bacteria that support digestion, strengthen immunity, and help keep our bodies running smoothly. Many of us have made it a staple of our daily routine, whether it's for breakfast, as a snack, or part of a light meal. But here's what most people don't know. Certain foods, when mixed with yogurt, can completely undermine its health benefits and create serious problems in your digestive system. As we age, our digestive system naturally becomes more sensitive. The stomach produces less acid, our gut lining becomes more delicate, and our liver and kidneys work harder to process and eliminate toxins. This means that food combinations that might have been fine in our younger years can now trigger uncomfortable symptoms or even contribute to chronic inflammation and illness. The good news is that by making simple adjustments to how we combine our foods, we can protect our gut health, boost our energy, and maintain our vitality well into our golden years. Let me share something that might shock you. There are 5 common foods that should never be combined with yogurt, and chances are you've been mixing at least one of them regularly. These aren't exotic ingredients or rare foods, they're everyday items sitting in most refrigerators right now. Understanding why these combinations are harmful and what you can do instead could be the missing piece in your journey toward better health. Let's start with citrus fruits. Oranges, grapefruits, lemons, and pineapples are wonderfully nutritious on their own. They're loaded with vitamin C, antioxidants, and fiber. Many people love adding these fruits to their yogurt, thinking they're creating the perfect healthy breakfast. Unfortunately, this combination creates a chemical conflict in your digestive system that can cause significant harm. Here's what happens when you mix citrus fruits with yogurt. The high acidity of citrus fruits immediately begins to kill off the beneficial probiotic bacteria in yogurt. These are the very microorganisms that make yogurt so valuable for your health. Without them, you're essentially eating plain dairy with little digestive benefit. But the problem doesn't stop there. The acid from citrus fruits also causes the proteins in yogurt to curdle inside your stomach. This creates a thick, difficult-to-digest mass that can lead to gas, bloating, and severe indigestion. For older adults, this combination becomes even more problematic. As we age, our stomach lining becomes thinner and more vulnerable to damage. The excessive acidity from mixing citrus and yogurt can irritate this delicate lining, leading to acid reflux, heartburn, and even small erosions that make nutrient absorption more difficult. You might notice that after eating this combination, you feel tired instead of energized. That's because your body is working overtime trying to digest this incompatible mixture, and inflammation is quietly building in your gut. The chronic inflammation caused by repeatedly eating citrus fruits with yogurt doesn't just affect your stomach. It can lead to fatigue that lasts throughout the day, joint discomfort, and a weakened ability to absorb essential nutrients from all the foods you eat. Over time, this can contribute to declining energy levels, poor immune function, and even cognitive difficulties like brain fog and memory problems. So what should you do instead? It's simple. If you love both yogurt and citrus fruits, just eat them at different times. Have your orange or grapefruit at least 1 hour before or after your yogurt. This gives your body time to properly digest each food using the appropriate enzymes and stomach acid levels. When you do eat yogurt, pair it with non-acidic fruits like bananas, apples, or berries. These combinations support your gut health instead of undermining it. The second food combination to avoid is processed meats with yogurt. Think about sausages, bacon, ham, or deli meats alongside your morning yogurt parfait or smoothie. Many people grab these protein sources thinking they're fueling their body properly, but this pairing creates toxic compounds that can seriously damage your health. Processed meats are loaded with preservatives, particularly nitrates and nitrites, which manufacturers use to extend shelf life and maintain color. When these chemicals enter your digestive system along with the proteins in yogurt, they create compounds called nitrosamines. Research has shown that nitrosamines are toxic and have been linked to increased inflammation, cellular damage, and even cancer risk. But the immediate effects are what you'll notice first. When you eat processed meats with yogurt, the preservatives in the meat destroy the beneficial bacteria in the yogurt. Your gut flora becomes imbalanced, leading to bloating, gas, and digestive discomfort. The toxic compounds that form can cause inflammation throughout your entire body, not just in your digestive tract. Many people report feeling extremely fatigued, experiencing brain fog, or noticing increased joint pain after regularly consuming this combination. For seniors, this is particularly dangerous because our detoxification systems naturally slow down with age. Your liver and kidneys have to work much harder to eliminate these toxic compounds, and over time this extra burden can contribute to declining organ function. The inflammation caused by this combination can also weaken your immune system, making you more susceptible to infections and slower to heal from injuries or illnesses. If you enjoy having protein with your yogurt in the morning, there are much better options. Boiled eggs are an excellent choice, providing clean protein without the harmful preservatives. A handful of nuts like almonds or walnuts adds healthy fats and protein while supporting the probiotic activity in your yogurt. Oatmeal paired with yogurt creates a fiber-rich, gut-friendly meal that will keep you satisfied and energized throughout the morning. Now let's talk about the third problematic combination, onions and garlic with yogurt. This might surprise you because both onions and garlic are considered incredibly healthy. They contain powerful compounds that fight inflammation, support heart health, and boost immunity. Garlic yogurt sauce is popular in many cuisines, and raw onion is often mixed into yogurt-based dips. However, despite their individual benefits, combining these foods creates fermentation chaos in your digestive system. Onions and garlic contain sulfur compounds and natural prebiotics that feed gut bacteria. While this sounds beneficial, when these compounds meet the live probiotics in yogurt, they trigger rapid and excessive fermentation. The bacteria in your gut go into overdrive, competing for resources and producing large amounts of gas. This leads to uncomfortable bloating, cramps, and that embarrassing feeling of pressure in your abdomen. But the problems go deeper than temporary discomfort. The bacterial overgrowth caused by this combination can disrupt the delicate balance of your gut microbiome. When certain bacteria multiply too quickly, they can crowd out other beneficial species, leading to gut dysbiosis. This imbalance weakens your ability to absorb nutrients from all your foods, not just the yogurt and alliums you've eaten. For older adults whose digestive systems are already more sensitive, this combination can cause significant distress. The excessive gas production can lead to painful cramping and irregular bowel movements. The sulfur compounds, when fermented in excess, must be processed by your liver and kidneys, creating additional strain on these organs. Many people also notice increased mucus production, sinus congestion, and even skin irritation when they regularly consume this combination. The solution here is timing. Onions and garlic are too beneficial to eliminate from your diet completely, but they should never be eaten raw with yogurt. If you love yogurt-based sauces, cook the garlic and onions first, which breaks down some of the problematic compounds. Better yet, enjoy your yogurt as a standalone snack or with fruit, and save your onions and garlic for cooked meals at different times of the day. This simple separation allows you to enjoy the benefits of all these foods without the digestive chaos. The fourth combination that surprises many people is bananas with yogurt. This seems counterintuitive because banana yogurt smoothies and parfaits are everywhere. Bananas are nutritious, convenient, and naturally sweet, making them a popular addition to yogurt. However, according to traditional food combining principles and the experiences of many people with sensitive digestion, this pairing can create problems. Both bananas and yogurt are considered cooling and heavy foods from a digestive perspective. When you combine two heavy cooling foods, they can slow down your digestive fire, making it difficult for your body to break them down efficiently. This leads to fermentation in your intestines, producing gas, bloating, and a feeling of sluggishness. Many people report feeling tired and mentally foggy after eating banana-yogurt combinations, rather than energized as they expected. Another issue is mucus production. Both bananas and yogurt can increase mucus in the body, and when combined, this effect is amplified. If you're prone to sinus congestion, allergies, or respiratory issues, you might notice these symptoms worsening when you regularly eat bananas with yogurt. The excess mucus can also coat your digestive tract, interfering with nutrient absorption and making you feel heavy and uncomfortable. From a blood sugar perspective, this combination can also be problematic. Bananas are relatively high in natural sugars, and when combined with the proteins and fats in yogurt, they can cause erratic blood sugar responses in some people. You might experience an initial energy boost followed by a crash, leaving you feeling tired, irritable, and craving more food. The good news is that you don't have to give up either food. Simply eat them separately with at least 2 hours in between. When you do eat yogurt, pair it with berries instead. Blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries are lower in sugar, packed with antioxidants, and their compounds actually support the probiotic activity in yogurt rather than interfering with it. These combinations will give you sustained energy, mental clarity, and better digestive comfort. The fifth and final combination to avoid is fish or seafood with yogurt. This might seem like an unusual pairing to many Western eaters, but in some cuisines, fish is served with yogurt-based sauces or marinades. Regardless of the culinary tradition, this combination creates significant digestive conflict that can harm your health. Fish and dairy operate in fundamentally different digestive environments. Fish is best digested in an acidic environment with specific protein-breaking enzymes, while yogurt requires a more alkaline environment with different digestive processes. When you eat them together, your stomach becomes confused about which enzymes to produce and at what pH level to operate. This digestive confusion leads to incomplete breakdown of both foods, causing indigestion, nausea, and that uncomfortable feeling of food sitting heavily in your stomach. From a traditional medicine perspective, fish and dairy are considered to have opposing thermal effects on the body. This conflict can trigger immune responses that manifest as skin irritations, joint inflammation, or allergic-like reactions. Many people who regularly combine fish and yogurt report unexplained rashes, itching, or increased joint pain without understanding the connection. The fermentation that occurs when fish and dairy are improperly digested together can also lead to bacterial overgrowth in the gut. This creates toxins that must be processed by your liver, adding to the toxic burden your body carries. For older adults whose liver function is naturally declining, this extra work can contribute to fatigue, poor detoxification, and increased inflammation throughout the body. If you enjoy both fish and yogurt, simply keep them in separate meals. Enjoy your fish with vegetables, lemon, and olive oil for optimal digestion and nutrient absorption. Save your yogurt for a different time of day, perhaps as an afternoon snack with berries or as part of breakfast without any seafood. This simple separation allows your digestive system to process each food properly, maximizing the nutritional benefits while avoiding the harmful effects of this incompatible combination. Now that we've covered all 5 problematic combinations, let's talk about why this matters so much, especially as we age. Your gut isn't just responsible for digesting food. It's the foundation of your immune system, produces neurotransmitters that affect your mood and mental clarity, and determines how well you absorb the nutrients that keep every cell in your body functioning properly. When your gut is inflamed, imbalanced, or struggling with incompatible food combinations, every system in your body suffers. Chronic gut inflammation has been linked to countless health problems that become more common with age. Brain fog and memory problems often have their roots in gut dysfunction. Joint pain and stiffness can be exacerbated by inflammatory compounds produced in an unhealthy gut. Skin issues like rashes, dryness, and premature aging are often reflections of internal inflammation. Even your energy levels, sleep quality, and emotional well-being are intimately connected to the health of your digestive system. The beautiful thing about food combining is that it doesn't require you to give up your favorite foods or follow complicated diet plans. It simply asks you to be more mindful about what you eat together and when. Small changes in timing and pairing can lead to remarkable improvements in how you feel every single day. Imagine waking up without that heavy, bloated feeling. Picture having steady energy throughout the afternoon instead of that post-lunch crash. Think about the clarity you could experience when brain fog lifts and your mind feels sharp and focused. These aren't unrealistic goals. They're the natural result of supporting your digestive system rather than fighting against it. Here's what I want you to do starting today. First, take an honest look at your typical meals and snacks. Are you regularly combining yogurt with any of the 5 foods we've discussed? Citrus fruits, processed meats, onions and garlic, bananas, or fish? If so, don't feel bad, you didn't know and now you do. Knowledge is power, and you have the power to make different choices moving forward. Second, start experimenting with better combinations. When you eat yogurt, pair it with berries, a small handful of nuts, or a drizzle of honey. Notice how you feel an hour later, 2 hours later, and throughout the rest of your day. Pay attention to your energy levels, your digestion, and your mental clarity. Your body will give you feedback, and when you start feeling better, you'll be motivated to continue these healthier patterns. Third, give yourself grace and time. You don't have to change everything overnight. Start with the combination that you eat most frequently and adjust that one first. Once that becomes a habit, move on to the next one. Gradual, sustainable changes are far more effective than trying to overhaul your entire diet at once. Remember, the goal isn't perfection. There will be times when you're at a social gathering or traveling and you eat something that isn't ideally combined. That's okay. What matters is what you do most of the time, not what you do occasionally. Your body is remarkably resilient and can handle the occasional digestive challenge. It's the daily patterns that create either health or dysfunction over time. As we age, we have the opportunity to become wiser about our bodies and more intentional about our choices. You've spent decades learning what works and what doesn't in other areas of your life. Now it's time to apply that same wisdom to how you nourish yourself. Your body has served you faithfully for all these years. It deserves your attention, your care, and your respect. The 5 food combinations we've discussed today might seem simple, but they hold the key to transforming your digestive health, your energy levels, and your overall quality of life. Don't underestimate the power of small changes. Every meal is an opportunity to either support your gut or undermine it. Choose support. Choose combinations that work with your body's natural digestive processes rather than against them. If you found this information valuable, I encourage you to share it with the people you care about. Chances are someone in your life is struggling with unexplained bloating, fatigue, or digestive discomfort, and this knowledge could be the answer they've been searching for. Leave a comment below sharing which food combination surprised you the most or telling us about your experience when you start making these changes. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to take action in their own life. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, because we're committed to bringing you practical, science-based health information that you can actually use to improve your daily life. No fads, no extreme approaches, just solid advice that respects your body and your experience. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, because we have so much more to share about gut health, nutrition for longevity, and simple strategies that make a real difference as we age. Your gut health is too important to ignore, and now you have the knowledge to protect it. The question is, what will you do with this information? Will you continue the patterns that have been creating problems, or will you make the simple adjustments that could change everything? The choice is yours, and the power is in your hands. Here's to your health, your vitality, and many more years of feeling your absolute best.